everybody, and welcome to Creating Today with Handmade Bay. Monica here, and welcome to all our members of our workshop, and welcome to any new members that we have today, and hopefully you stick around for some more fun projects. Today, we're continuing with the Mother's Day books. We're coming to the end of the month, so I can't wait to see everybody's journals that they made or creations, however you want to incorporate all our projects. So today is something you can use in all your journals, as with all our projects. Today we are going to do, some call them waterfall pages, flip-up pages, whatever you call them. It's really a great addition to a journal because you can add some nice layers. You can put a lot of stuff on one page. This is really great for adding pictures. Okay, mine have just one-sided patterns. Okay, because what I'm going to do is add pictures on one side, okay, and then put a note on the other side. Okay, to the person who's receiving it, you can put say something about the picture, the year, your great memory about it. And mom would just, I think, really adore getting something like this. Okay, really fill this with great memories. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get to it and show you how to do it. Okay, so we're going to be working in this journal today. This is one of our Mother's Day projects, but use this in all your journals. Okay, just a new technique. Okay, so what we're going to do is do the waterfall pages as you saw. Okay, so in this book, I have these two blank pages, and this one is actually linked in with a pocket on this side. All right, and all I did there was take these two pages. I placed glue here and here, glued them together, let it dry, and then you have a pocket. Nice and easy on that one. Okay, so there's a little extra for you on this project. So I'm going to work on this page today. It's nice and flat. There's nothing on the other side. And what better thing to add than these cards, because you could add, you know, photos and notes and anything you want. This really is fun. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my page. Okay, so I want to measure from the seam or your fold, and I want to get to the end. Okay, so this I want to show you. So this is about 3.5 inches. Okay, my width, I do not want to be the exact size. All right, because it's going to be bulky, and when you fold over, it won't fold correctly. All right, so you want to come in a little bit. So for this particular size, now remember, your pages are going to be your own size. Excuse me. So what you want to do is just do the measurement and take a 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. Okay, so I did 1/4 inch, so I'm going to do 3 1/4 as my width. Okay, so let me show you that. So I found 3 1/4 is going to work just fine. All right, so you just want to leave a little bit around so it closes. See? And again, whatever your measurements are going to be, that's what you can do, but just leave a little bit on each side. Okay, now I want to measure my length. So this page runs a little bit over 6 inches. Okay, now I don't want to go all the way to the bottom. All right, I want to come up just a little bit, just a little shy of it. Okay, but 6 inches can be our guide. So those are the measurements we're going to work with for this one. Okay, so we're going to do the 3 1/4 by 6. So what I'm going to do is show it to you, the assembly on here first, so you can kind of get an idea, and then we'll move on to assembly in the book. So if you're unsure if it's going to work, you don't want to mark up your book yet, mark out a 6-inch space. Okay, so this is the height of your book. You already know what the width is going to be, so we don't really need to play around with that. Okay, so I marked it out here. And then what you have to decide is how big you want your flip-ups to be. Okay, what your length is going to be on these. Now I decided that this was a nice look for me, and you can decide how you want it. You're going to have little pieces of each page peeking through, so you want to leave enough room for that. So for this, I decided that I am going to do 2 3/4. That was just a good size for me. Whatever size you pick, you need to add a 1/2 inch to that. Okay, because you're going to need to score a 1/2 inch at the top of each one of your pages. Okay, so your measurement from here, what you want this size to be, plus a 1/2 inch to score. Okay, so on this I scored 3 1/4. I cut my page 3 1/4. Oops, I should have this the right way, right? So I cut it 3 1/4 and then a 1/2 inch in for scoring, and that's going to be your top, and you're going to do that with each page. So let me show you how this is going to get assembled. So your first top layer, you're going to line up. Remember, this tape is the width of the book. Okay, we got the page here just so I can show you. So our first page is going to go like this, and you're going to glue underneath this. You can use tape, you can use glue. I use double-sided tape because, you know, I don't like time waiting for glue to dry. So, but I did start using, I picked this up the other day, and it is an instant grab glue, fast drying, it's clear, and I really like it a lot, but it's pricey. Make sure you go over the coupon. So I use this when I really need something to stick fast, but for this project you can use double-sided tape or glue. You can wait for glue to dry on this one. Okay, so I'm going to get that situated on the book. Okay, so that's our top. Then I'm going to take my next piece. Same thing. It's going to be the 3 1/4 inches, scored at a 1/2 inch. We're going to lie this flat. The pattern that you want to see here goes on top. You can have a double-sided pattern. See, this one's double-sided. I'm going to lay this flat and bring it right up to the fold line here. So it'll flip up like that. Okay, so I'm going to match it up on the edges because we want it to be even, right? And I'm going to tape that in there. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit for you here. Okay, now we're going to take our next piece, score it again. We are going to flip this up. Now the rest are going to be done the way I did the next one. I'm going to flip this up. And we're going to lay this one flat against the fold on this one. And there are a lot of different ways of doing this. This is the way I do it. Okay, so you may be online and somebody's got another way. Okay, I wanted each piece to be different, so I know some people take one card, fold it over, but this is what I wanted to do. Now, keep checking, and you see how it's showing. So we're going to do our next one. Put it up against the fold of the one above. Glue it in place. And then check that it's straight. And you're going to keep going. We'll do one more. Put up against that. So that's how it's going to look when you're done. See, it's really easy. All right, your top. So now let's do it on our journal. Okay, so I'm going to hold this journal down with my clip. All right, and I got my pieces already cut. Actually, I don't have my pieces cut, so what I'm going to do, so I put my pieces in the order that I want them on the journal. All right, just have a nice, so you're going to take your papers, line them up and see, you know, what color combination you like on there. All right, this I won't put there because we have that color here. So make sure your back piece doesn't blend in if you don't want it to blend in. Okay, so I think I was going to do. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. Now this paper has, you can take your decorative scissors and make little different edges, which is fun. Hole punches, so, you know, get as creative as you want. Okay, so this I think is going to work. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use for this one. So we're going to start with our top piece. Okay, I'm going to cut 3 1/4. 3 1/4. I'm going to come out a little bit for you. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to score. I'm going to make sure, which side is it? There we go. Keep track of your side. Okay. I'm going to score it 1/2 inch. Fold it. And I'm going to make sure it's lined up. Now this is going to be your guide for the rest of your page. Okay, so your top one needs to be straight. I'm going to take this off because it's confusing me on getting it straight. Okay, so I'm going to take my tape or take your glue. I'm going to place it on my book. And I'm going to try to get this even while I'm on camera. Okay, so there is our top page. Okay, now we're going to take our next piece. I'm going to cut 3 1/4. Keep track of my top. Score 1/2 inch. Okay, fold over. Now make sure you know which part is going to be your front. So we're going to tape it that way. We're going to take this one, and remember, we're going to put it flat up against this, and we're going to match it up. Okay, there we go. Pop up. Okay, we're going to do our next piece. Three 1/4. Score 1/2 inch. And tape. And right up against the fold, match up the edges. And just keep making sure they match up on the sides, okay? Because we want it to be even. And I'll keep going. Okay, so this one, you see how it came out a little bit? No big deal. We can lift it up. I just didn't get it all the way to the edge. And I think this might not be cut exactly, but oh, that's okay. Okay, so there you go. Okay, you can add pictures here. Double-sided paper really is nice. I think if you see one of my ocean ones, I sold that one. but it was double-sided and it was really cool looking. So maybe I'll make another one of those. But just, you could even take the blank side and write a note to mom, you know, maybe put a picture here, put the date with the memory. That is really a great thing. But you know, this is just another layer into your journal books. And let me see it. I want to see your pictures. Try it. Very easy. And that's it. Okay, well, I thank you for being here. Remember, we're all on this journey together. Let's make it a creative one, and I'll see you next time.